Well, welcome back to another episode of TNT Creations. Back here again on the HIGHBOY. I don't know why, but we are. If you have a HIGHBOY at home and you've always wanted a fuel tank inside the frame instead of behind the seat, then this video is for you. Because today we're going to take a Bronco 2 fuel tank that's 22 gallons, mounted in between the frame here, move a cross member, and make it to where you don't have a fuel tank behind the cab or behind your seat, or a 90-gallon fuel tank in the cab for whatever reason. So stay tuned to watch this. All right, first things first, bed is off of the truck. Second thing we need to tackle is putting some cross members in here so that way we can fit our fuel tank in. Now, the way that everything is, this is the factory cross member. But if we just butt that fuel tank up to this factory cross member and put that one up there, there's a good chance if we hit a big enough bump, we're gonna hit our axle. So, to remedy that, we're gonna weld this piece of 3-inch channel iron in before we move this cross member to make sure that nothing twists or gets weird on us. So we're gonna fully weld it in, then come back here, get all these rivets out, and move it back. You can see our lines that we took measurements off everything. The tank is 24 inches wide. Would it be length or width? I guess it would be length. 24 inches long, and the width is perfectly in between these frame rails. That's why we went with the Bronco 2. If you're wondering, it's an LMC tank, 81, 85 Bronco 2 fuel tank.
80 to 84.
There you go. So, that's the game plan. We already got this cross member tacked up, pretty straight, level, somewhat how we want it. We could have went with a bigger piece, 5-inch, something like that, but Tucker had this 3-inch laying underneath a piece of plywood that he magically found, so we're going to use it and then move that one. Pretty welds, but when I do, no one ever see them.
It's a lot easier to weld when you're welding on thicker stuff.
All right, got the fuel tank sitting where it's going to sit. This is going to be the fuel tank's final resting home. As you can see, that actually fits in there really nice. The tabs hold the fuel tank. Our inlet for the tank is going to be pretty close to where the gas door and everything like that is on the bed. Flipping this cross member around worked really great. You know, you had to go through, get rid of all the rivets, and do all of that. So now our next steps, what we're going to be doing here, is we're going to take this flat strap, we're going to lay it across the tank here, and we're just going to solid weld this thing either side, get it nice and tight, so it holds it down, because these should never have to move, because you cannot get this fuel tank in through the top. You have to take it out through the bottom because of these lips of where the old one went, which is fine. You almost never take a gas tank out through the top anyway. So that's going to be our next step, is to get these pushed down real nice, tight, get a tight fit there, 2 here, and then we're going to go to the underside. Now these come with the Bronco 2. It comes with the fuel tank. We don't have this end. We don't have none of that. So probably what's going to end up happening is that we're just going to weld this solid to the back of the cross member here like this. Send it down under the fuel tank, and then we'll weld up some tabs. Probably end up using that C channel, and we'll lock her down with some spaced bolts and hardware. This came actually from the 79 orange Ford that we painted. And I mean, these things, it doesn't matter. They're flimsy, they're little, they bend. So if the fuel tank ever has to be dropped in this truck, and it is solid welded on one side, it don't matter. You can bend it right out of the way and it shouldn't be a problem at all. So we're going to quit yapping. It's about 11 o'clock at night, and we're just going to get to fully mounting this fuel tank in. Then we can start on a fuel pump. Fuel tank is in. Now, this is not the conventional way to do a fuel tank because, you know, they have bolts. We don't have bolts, but we have grinders and welders, and so we use them a lot. Flat strap coming across. Like we said to you guys, we just welded on our tank straps because they're just flimsy little tank straps, so you can bend them right out of your way. Now, this C-channel holds in the lip of the gas tank. Well, we were going to do a little something and weld on tabs or something like that, but this is actually stock off this HIGHBOY. If you remember right, it was sitting about right in here.
You can see the rivet holes.
Yeah, you can see the rivet holes. So we had it, so we thought we'll go on ahead and use it because we're putting an electric fuel pump on this truck, so we're just going to go on ahead and mount that guy right there. It's like 3 birds with 1 piece of angle iron. It's perfect. Now, if somebody ever wants to take this tank out of here, you're going to have to cut. I mean, you can undo the bottom straps, but, I mean, this is still kind of tight. But it's a brand new fuel tank, and it'll probably outlive either of us. But it ain't going anywhere, and that's how we want it. This truck may roll down a hill, rock crawling, or something like that. So we needed her to be stout, and she's in there.
Now, since you guys got to see all the shiny stuff, we're going to just throw a bunch of black off a paintbrush, sit here and do this, and cover up all this so maybe it don't rust as bad.
It'll all be one giant ball of black. Here's what we ended up with. We got a little bit too excited and we put the bed on before we could show you guys, but as you can hopefully see in here, we've got our little black Holley fuel pump. We've got wired in, just bolted right off the piece of channel iron real nice. And then we've got the Bronco 2 sending unit, which was pretty easy to wire into this old 77 wiring harness. Just some butt connectors plugged into the original harness and then ran both of our grounds for the fuel pump and the sending unit right here to the piece of channel iron. Our spacing and everything ended up working out real good. Tank sitting down in there real nice, bed's not hitting it. We got about 3/4 of an inch before it does hit the bed. So as long as we don't get nothing crazy, we ought to be just fine. Now the filler neck situation, that's something that we're going to have to figure out over time. As of right now, we just went down to our local O'Reilly's. Went in the back there and got the biggest piece of 2-inch fuel line that they had that was the longest. Because no matter where it be, LMC or nowhere, it seems like sells the little metal piece that goes from the tank to here. Nowhere sells that little metal piece. So that's going to have to be a salvage yard find whenever we get back to the salvage. But this will do for now, and it'll be a great, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever, you know what I mean. But that's how we mounted the Bronco 2 fuel tank inside of this HIGHBOY frame.